Hey, hello, good day everyone here and around the world. To all of you, welcome to my channel, this Berlin vlog. If you're new here, just click like at the lower left corner. You can press the subscribe button below and hit all the bell button to get you updated and notified with my next videos, and stay connected with me. And please watch this until then so you can get ideas on about the top 10 countries that will possibly soon disappear. And did you know that nowadays, having the fastest growing population around the world, we experience the climate change due to having global warming. So stay tuned and connected with me until the end. So I can discuss with you the top 10 countries that will possibly soon disappear. And did you know that according to the studies conducted, here are the top 10 countries that will dangerously soon disappear. Did you know also that the melting of the ice caps and glaciers are one of the many effects of the global climate change? The water from these sources flows into surrounding oceans, causing a chain of reaction of events. Probably the most pressing of these issues is the fastest rising sea level, with care threatening the safety and future of at least 52 countries globally with a total population of around 62 million. Rising of sea levels are forcing people out of their homes and destroying the local habitats and causing some countries to soon disappear. So let's find out the top 10 of the most dangerous countries that will soon passively affected or gone due to having global climate change. So stay tuned with me. First one is the Maldives. The Maldives is found to the west of the India. And composed of about a total of 1,100 islands and considered as the lowest lying islands in the world. It is only 4.2 feet above sea level. This country is specifically associated to the effects of rising sea levels, and most of the islands here in Maldives are reporting significant beach erosion, which is effectively decreasing the land area suitable for human habitation. Ito daw ay matatagpuan sa may kanlurang bahagi malapit sa India na binubuo ng 1,100 kapuluan. Ito ay pinakamababang isla na makikita sa mundo na may 42 talampakan ang taas sa level ng tubig, na partikular na may kinalaman sa epekto ng pagtaas ng level ng tubig ang Maldives. Next, Tuvalu is consists mainly of three reef islands and six atolls, which is found in the Pacific Ocean, halfway between Hawaii and Australia. It covers a total area of just 10 square miles and has a population size of 10,640, and the population of this country are already seeking help or refuge elsewhere as a result of the damage occurring here due to global climate change. Indeed, a family here became one of the primary in the world to be given residency in New Zealand based on the threat of global climate change. Not only are the population here losing viable land area and faced with constant erosion and flooding, but the soil salinity of the land that is left is becoming too high for agricultural efforts. Ang Tuvalu daw ay binubuo ng tatlong reef na kapuluan at matatagpuan sa Pacific Ocean sa pagitan ng Hawaii at Australia na may kabuuang lawak na 10 milya kwadrado at may naninirahang 10,640 katao. Ang mga naninirahan daw dito ay humihingi ng tulong resulta ng pagkasira ng at pagkakaroon ng global climate change sa kanilang bansa. Ang pangatlo is Federated States of Micronesia, which is found at the east of the Philippines, made up of around 607 islands and atolls above sea levels. Here have already caused significant damage and even caused local cemeteries to disappear beneath the waves. In response to those threats, the government has enacted sustainable economic development policies and eliminate adaptation plans. The ocean surrounding these islands is expected to rise anywhere from 16 to 62 inches by the end of this year. Ang Federated States daw na Micronesia ay matatagpuan sa silangan ng Pilipinas na may kabuoang 607 kapuluan at atolls sa taas ng lebel ng dagat na naging sanhi ng pagkasira ng mga lokal na cemeteries para maglaho sa may alon. At bilang pagpuksa o pagpigil ng gobyerno, sila ay nagpatupad ng mga polisiya at plano. Ang karagatan sa paligid ng isla ay inaasahang tataas mula 16 hanggang 62 palapag sa pagtatapos ng taon. The next one is Fort Kiribati. It is an island nation found between the U.S. states of Hawaii and Australia in the Pacific Ocean. Its 33 islands cover a total area of only 313 square miles and is already facing the effects of rising sea levels. In between way back 1992 and year 2010, for example, the ocean rose a total of 0.07 inches annually. In some parts, the rise in water is much higher, and many of the residents of Kiribati have already moved to the largest island after losing their communities, and the president of this country had bought 6,000 acres of land from Fiji to relocate the island's population. Next one, the fifth is the Nauru, which is located at the Central Pacific Ocean, which covers only 8.1 square miles and has a population size of just over 10,000. Because of the history of mining on this island, the majority of the island area in Nauru has been left unsuitable for human habitation, and the residents or population living here have no other choice but to live along its coastlines, which are fast disappearing due to having a global warming. So the government has encouraged a project to recover old mining areas in an attempt to increase the land availability to its inhabitants. In addition to that, environmental sustainability has become a key component to its policies in an attempt to prevent climate or fight climate change. Next is we have the Palau. The Palau is found to the southeast of the Philippines and it consists of around 300 islands. Its population is approximately 21,000, which primarily lives on one of the 8 large islands. And the above rising sea levels have already taken a toll on the communities here, which caused or increased erosion, eating away at available land and salt water, reaching agricultural crops. And the warmer of temperatures of this water would cause destruction in the surrounding of the coral reefs, which allows for more erosion and has a negative reaction or effect on the local fishing industry. The next one is the Seychelles. It is located in the West Indian Ocean, which is composed of about 115 islands, which cover total area of 177 square miles. Increasing ocean temperatures surrounding the islands have destroyed the coral reefs here, and these reefs worked to protect the islands from erosion, and without them, the islands are now threatened by erosion. And if sea levels will continue to get high just above 3 feet, the 92,000 people living here will be left without home to live or nowhere to go. Next is the Tonga. The Tonga are found located in the southern Pacific Ocean, is composed or consists of 169 islands, and only 36 islands are inhabited, with a total residents of just over 103,000. And one of the biggest threats facing this country is the fastest rising sea levels. The population and local businesses have already been dealing with disappearing beaches and forced to move their homes, offices, and restaurants for their inland to fight or escape the invading water. Mangroves here have already been destructed, leaving the coastline further exposed to erosion storms. Next is the Comoros. It is located between Madagascar and Mozambique off the east coast of Africa. It is made up of 3 large islands and several smaller islands with a population size of 789,000. And this country is considered vulnerable to change. And the dagat ay nagkokos o sa nagiging sanhi ng pagkasira nito at ng mga local cemeteries na nanglalaho mula sa alon. Kaya bilang pagkilos ng at pagpigil ng gobyerno sa nangyayaring ito, sila ay nagsagawa ng mga pulisiya at plano. Ang karagatang pumapaligid sa isla ay inaasahang tataas mula 16 hanggang 62 talampakan sa pagtatapos ng taon. Ang sunod ay ang Kiribati. It is an island or nation found between the U.S. states of Hawaii and Australia in the Pacific Ocean, which has 33 islands, cover a total area only 313 square miles, and is already facing the effects of rising sea levels way back 1992 and year 2010. For example, the ocean rose a total of 0.07 inches annually. In some parts, the rise in water is much higher. Many of the population or residents of Kiribati have already moved to the largest island after losing their communities. The president of this country has bought 6,000 acres of land from Fiji to relocate the island's population. Sa Kiribati daw ay ito yung isla na matatagpuan sa pagitan ng US states ng Hawaii at ng Australia sa may dagat Pasipiko na binubuo ng 33 isla na may lawak na 313 milya kwadrado na humaharap sa epekto ng pagtaas ng lebel ng dagat mula 1992 at hanggang 2010. Halimbawa daw yung karagatan ay tumaas na may total na 0.07 talang palapag. Sa ibang parte daw, ang pagtaas ng tubig ay mas malaki. Kaya yung ibang mga naninirahan sa Kiribati ay nagpasyang lumipat sa mas malaking isla para doon sila manirahan at ang kanilang presidente ay nakabili ng 6 na ektaryang lupa para sila'y makalipat ng titirahan. Next is the Nauru, which is located or found at the Central Pacific Ocean, which covers 8.1 square miles and has a population size of just over 10,000. Because of the history of mining on this island, the majority or most of the land area has been left unsuitable for human habitation, and the population here or residents have no other choice but to live along its coastlines, which are quickly disappearing due to having a global warming, and the government has initiated a project to recover old mining areas in an attempt to increase the land availability to its inhabitants. In addition to that, environmental sustainability has become a key component to its policies in an attempt to prevent climate change. Next is we have the Comoros. It is located between Madagascar and Mozambique